after his school, between the gaps, exercise gaps, when he sees the seniors are not there on court, so he'll immediately grab the court. Like few things were there, I guess, and for the championship, the shuttle thing. So I would request you to just give us the background of that, and plus your first Doordarshan appearance. Till that point, we would surely love to listen that why all these small things were important. Why coming into newspaper at that time was also very important for you.
Um, for me, sport was everything, but it was still never a career. In my mind, it was everything. But Telugu parents, maths, physics, and chemistry, engineering, and medicine. So I went on to write my, and to add to my problems, my brother went to IIT. So life was not easy. It was a tough life. So it's some pretty uh, strong people at home to match up to. So life was difficult. But having said that, I always in my mind, and I always would say this at that point of time, I was not smart enough. I was not smart enough because sport is not a smart choice. If people were to think about ROIs and career options, sport doesn't fit very well. I remember my teacher, um, ma'am, used to say, Gopi, there'll be one national champion, but there'll be so many engineers. What are the chances that you will be a national champion? Why play the sport? And she was genuinely wanting me to do well in life. And she was the teacher who, when I won the All England, she just cried and I cried. And it was genuine love which made her say that when I was young. She said, your one brother goes to IIT, he'll be a big guy. And the other brother, what happens to you? So she was genuinely concerned. But I think that's the reality of sport also. So for me, I think those moments were important. Those challenges were important. And they, they were all facts at home. If I studied loudly from 4:30 to 5:30, back in the day, schools now I think have moved a little bit the ratification or the by heart language. I think I had to study loudly so that my mother could hear in her bedroom continuously for 1 hour. And if there was a gap, then she would shout, and I would go on away. So that process actually ensured that I played badminton. And in school, the thing was that from 5:30 in the morning, when I went back to school, the teachers remembered me as the kid who came last to class and who was the first to run out of class. That is how they remembered me. Because if I went early to the stadium, I would get the court 10 minutes more than the others would. And if everybody left at 7:30, I had that small window till 7:45 to run, to play extra for 15 minutes, run back home, and then change, have a bath, eat breakfast, and report to school at 9 o'clock. So that whole process I had mastered to the minute, and I would just reach the bell. Before the bell and the doors close, I would reach the school. So that is one. The other thing was the pact was every 15 minutes I studied, literally every 45 minutes I studied, 15 minutes I would get to do one practice at home. That is what it was. So I get my 15 minutes if you study 45 minutes. This is before the exams. So that is how I kind of maximized and played. I was mad after the sport. I didn't know what I would do in life, but I was mad. I loved the sport. And, I think today when I look back, I think that's what helped. That madness helped. But it is scary to think that I didn't have a plan B. And it's scary to think that what if I had failed?
Yes, and while playing, coming into newspaper would add some value to like, okay, fine, you come late, right?
Yeah, today's day and age, I think Suhas is here. I think thank you, Suhas, for all your work. Because what happens is, I remember I beat Paul-Erik Hoyer-Larsen uh, at the Austrian Open. He was the Olympic medalist of '96. And I clearly asked my mother, Mom, did it come in the newspaper? Because you're in Austria, you're playing a tournament, you're playing the semi-finals, you beat the world number one Olympic medalist, Olympic gold medalist. And then you go back and all you're wanting is somebody acknowledging that you won. And that newspaper, Mom said, no, no, it's come big in the newspaper. Nothing came. That is the reality. You want some recognition somewhere. So when people write, and today's day and age, things might be a little different. But back in the day, just to see in the results section, one name written, Gopichand beat so and so, 15-8, 15-6. That you underline, show it to the principal, show it to your teacher, show it. My mother would show it to our relatives who say that what is the use of this fellow playing sport? So I think those small things do make a difference, and press makes a difference. And I think the support which you get from these quarters does matter.